What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel where you get to see a mid-30-year-old dude redo life as a barber. I'm currently doing that at the greatest barber school in the galaxy, Culture Academy. I have a new vlog coming out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 1 p.m. on the dot. You can count on it, just like a sunny day on Saturday, which I know I was like really gambling I was really hedging, beautiful Saturdays in a row. And honestly, we're still on it, right? This past Saturday was great. That Valentine's Day was a little muggy in the morning and then it picked up. But we're not here for beautiful Saturdays. No, we're not. We are here to learn how to become a great barber, right? And today is a special day. We got one haircut for sure. The other one, we're still working it a little bit. Mind you, 99.99% of the haircuts that you're seeing on this vlog are people that I'm bringing in. These guys are driving across the city to come over here, and it's freaking awesome to be able to get that consistency, get all those reps in. And I know this is a little ADHD, but if you're new to the vlog, fun fact, I got terrible ADHD. If you're not new to the vlog, this is something very normal. I'm just so grateful. I'm always overwhelmed with just so much gratitude for everyone that comes in, because I know that Culture Academy is not close to any of my networks. So it is such a blessing for people to come in. So the second one that I'm working, if he comes in or if he doesn't come in, it's okay, man. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna get one today. We got 3 haircut goal for each week for this month of February as we round it out. It looks like we're gonna be able to hit it. So I'm really hoping the second haircut can fall through. It's kind of weird, right? Because like some people are very adamant about scheduling and booking, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna be here on this time, on this date, this is what I want, pop, 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 pop. And then some people, no offense if you're watching this vlog, y'all are like texting me 20 minutes before you want to get a haircut, saying like, hey man, can I come get a haircut? And I never did that before. So we live in a society, people. We live in a society where all this stuff is like scheduled, all that stuff, but I digress. But anyways, it's gonna be a beautiful day. First haircut's coming in at 10:30. I'm trying to swing the other one for 1 p.m. School's about to start right now, about 2 minutes before school started. So it's another beautiful day to be great. Remember that, and let's get this party started. All right, boys, so that's going to complete our first haircut of the day. Thank you so much. First of all, Corey, if you're watching this, I thank you so much for coming back. Corey is one of those demographics that it's going to be kind of sparse on the top, but yet we still need this demographic is so under-delivered because like they still need to come to a barbershop routinely, like every 2 to 3 weeks, because hair grows regardless if it's, one of those like demographics that's gonna get like hundreds of likes on Instagram or not. There's a lot of people with sparse kind of situation going on, and honestly I'm becoming more versed within that demographic as well, because with that demographic comes a lot of questions within the haircut itself, so I could better equip myself for not only those conversations, but just being able to serve them. So Corey came in about 3 weeks ago, and his haircut came great. I did feel like I didn't properly serve him to my greatest ability, and mind you too, that's also a correlation to where I'm at in this journey in cutting hair as well. But in that time I had someone else that fell under the same demographic. My brother, my brother is very sparse right here as well, and he's also a working professional as well. So with his haircut, there was a few things that You know, and I say this a lot within the videos itself of like, regardless of who's sitting in my chair, it's the values that we bring out of their hairs that can be scaled to other haircuts. Even this second haircut that I have today, where it's a young demographic in that sense. Now, that being said, you know, with my brother, you know, we were able to like do a really good breakthrough with his haircut. It was very nice. It was very modest. It was very conservative. And I feel, Corey, and I know, Corey, if you're watching this, I know you're a big supporter, and I know you would have probably booked me again, you know, but I feel after he saw that, it kind of motivated him to book me again, you know, in that sense. And that being said too, you know, like Corey, you know, beards are a big part of what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to scale. And Corey, his mother, you know, has a barbershop of her own. So that's Corey's barber, you know, in that sense. And he doesn't let anyone touch his beard, you know, his hair, let alone his beard, other than himself and his mom, you know, in that regard. So when he came in and booked it with the beard service as well, I was just like, dude, that is awesome. He gave me that opportunity. And let me tell you something, with this beard, that beard service in itself, I have to say that it was probably one of the most seamless beard trims that I've ever, that I've done. It was so fast. It was so, you could, like, I could feel, you know, a lot of the work that I've been doing and a lot of the stuff that I've been learning transpire into the session that we did. You know, so beard came out really sharp. Basically, he had a lot of scragglies, and we wanted to make him more three-dimensional in that sense, you know. So shaping it up and then properly blending it into his hair so it could grow out properly, you know. So thank you so much, Corey. And then also, Corey, it was my birthday yesterday, and he brought me breakfast or lunch, you know, kind of thing. So I really appreciate that as well. But that being said, that's going to take us to our second haircut of the day. The second haircut is now confirmed, and it is going to be one of those younger demographics, you know, in that sense. And before I get into his haircut, I do want to take a few steps back and like, there's a part of this morning where I was just like excited about these people coming in, you know, and booking me. I mean, and I say it a lot in my story and these videos and all that. I am so blessed for anyone that gets that books with me and all that. But also, you know, I have to think about it, right? Like, I'm being very transparent about the time I take on a haircut. I'm being very transparent about how long, I mean, my haircut abilities in itself, you know. So that being said, and still having people drive across town, you know, to come to sit in that chair and give me those reps, dude, like, such a blessing. I don't get walk-ins, right? Like, I've only had one walk-in here in my whole entire time here. So every single person that you see me cut hair on, those are all the people that I've brought in through, you know, just my years of like just being a good person, I like to think, you know, like that networks that I've made within the powerlifting realm, you know, like, I'm so grateful that you guys are coming across town to sit in my chair, even after being transparent about how long I take in the haircut and how experienced I am with the haircut. So thank you so much. That being said, let's go into the second haircut right now. Out of here, he is gonna be a part of that UTSA powerlifting network where, you know, we had Paulie, we had Maddie, we had Paulie, Maddie, we had Armando, you know, all come in from that same network of athletes. And now we're going to have out of here, which is going to be our fourth lifter from that network, you know. So I'm so stoked, you know, and one of the reasons why I made that connection of like just being overwhelmed with gratitude of people coming in is like, you know, my first session was someone that's in their 40s. My first cut is someone in their 40s. And immediately after that, our second cut is going to be someone in their early 20s, you know? So being able to have those two variables sit in my chair within one day, there is an abundance of like lessons being learned in that process, you know? So with out of here, what I do want to do specifically with him, and I don't know if I can pull it off, so I'm not going to make any concrete promises, but I do want to record the consultation. I want to record the consultation part of our haircut. I just don't know if I'll be able to do it completely yet, because I have been talking about within my vlog that consultation is going to be one of the parts that I need the most work on. And I want to start recording my consultations, not for any social media reasons, other than just me studying, you know, how I'm navigating those conversations. So he should be here any moment now, and we're gonna get this party started, boys. You guys, I just realized how curly your hair is at too. So let me start right here. So obviously the medium drop fade, right? That's pretty self-explanatory from your previous haircut. But as far as the length on top, like we're gonna keep that, right? Like that's your look, you know, in a sense, or do you want to trim that down?
Do you think it needs to be trimmed?
I mean, if anything, like it's more so like this is gonna be more like flowed.
Yeah.
You know, you see how like there's like a little undercut like right here. That's what I was like trying to figure out, like, because there's an undercut, you know, almost in that sense. So we're just gonna flow it, you know, and then this top kind of keep it.
Yeah.
And then it's mostly like right here in the back, like just to make that flow a little bit, so it's less of a helmet, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, and then as far as the top, you don't get a lineup. Nah. Okay, cool. All right.
It's simple.
And then we'll hit up your beard, and yeah, it's pretty simple, you know, in that sense. All right, haircut came absolutely great, dude. I am so stoked to be able to like have someone in that demographic. And I was saying it earlier, in a sense of just being excited to get someone older and then get someone younger in the same day. You know, you have no idea like how powerful that is in a sense for me, and being able to scale all the experiences that I'm learning here. Very positive data for both haircuts. The first haircut, we did it under pace time. The second haircut, we were right on pace time. But the thing about it was, about 2 weeks ago, I put up a video saying that, you know, sticking to the program, that's gonna be like a big part of like where I'm at with this journey. And these haircuts that we did today, dude, they were both, I stuck to the program. Both were executed seamlessly. Both of them were beard services as well, you know, so that was really awesome in a sense to be able to run a full package on both haircuts. And both the beards came out good. Both of them were very satisfied. I got paid well, you know, so, or donated well, you know, because a lot of this is donation based. So in this time of me being a student, you know, every single donation that comes in is such a big help. You know, I cannot express that enough because I am excited, right? But let's get into this haircut review. Out of here, what's special about Outta Here is, and that's his name, what's it called? What's special about Outta Here is he's one of those that gets a haircut every single 2 weeks. So he is one of those that takes, you know, his hair and all that very, very serious. You know what I mean? So, you know, that in itself was just like, what it reminded me of was when I cut the Barber, which was my first barber, Nico, a few weeks back, you know, because, you know, everyone needs haircuts, right? But there's these people like me as well. We get their haircuts every 2 weeks, 3 weeks and all that because we have a certain image that we want to be able to scale and not, you know, everyone sees us, you know, in that very clean and dapper kind of perspective. So that being said, Out of Here got a medium drop fade kind of thing, and it served as like somewhat as like a little bit of like a undercut almost in that sense. But what's it called? Medium drop fade. Then we did his beard as well. I learned so much with Outta Here's cut because he's one of those that his hair is naturally straight, but he got a perm, and I got to ask him a bunch of questions about those perms. I got to ask him about a lot of questions about maintenance. And then Miss Vogue on top of that, in a sense of styling the curls, the product used for the curls, all of that, I got to learn so much. Now in a sense of the fade and the cut itself, brother, both cuts, little to no help on both of them. Little to no help on both of them. And that's because we're there, we're getting there. We're so close. We are so close, you know, in a sense of like just getting like comfortable with these cuts and all that. So such great day, you know. I'm just like kind of like, I don't know why. Maybe it's because yesterday was my birthday and I took the day off to really refresh. And then we have 2 haircuts today and you know. So really great day. I'm really excited. Just a lot of great data. But besides that, you know, Outta Here's haircut, medium drop fade came out great. I don't know what else I could say about that. But yeah, we're just gonna end this video. If you're new here, this is a video This is a YouTube channel where you get to see a mid-30-year-old dude redo life in his 30s. I am currently doing that as a barber student. I'm here at one of the best barber schools in the galaxy, Faded Culture Academy. There's a new vlog coming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 1 p.m. on the dot. You can count on it, just like the oxygen you're breathing. And until next time, my friend, another beautiful day. Stay epic, relentless pursuit, baby.